Today, we're going to be talking about how to find a job you love or how to really figure out what your purpose is or what you're passionate about and really see how you can contribute with something you love to do and how maybe you could go about doing this without doing something that you don't enjoy anymore. We are changing every day, and it's important to remember to check in with yourself and actually become aware of who you are and who you are becoming. A lot of the times we can detach and forget about the changes we've made or not notice the changes we've made or how we've shifted in our lives, and who we are today is not necessarily who we were in the past. So it's important to really dig deep and figure out who are you now and really work on becoming more self-aware about yourself, about what you want, about what you enjoy, about what you love. Even if that's just sitting down for a couple of minutes and writing down, how have you changed from 5 years ago to now? What person are you now compared to who you were back then? And then think about what you actually enjoyed before. And do you still enjoy these things now? You still love doing the things that you used to do in the past now? And really start identifying those aspects to help you become aware of, okay, maybe I'm not so keen on that anymore. Maybe, yes, I actually still enjoy doing this. Maybe this is something that I could consider looking into. Even when you were a child, what were you interested in? What jobs or things did you say that you wanted to be when you grew up? Even if that sounds impossible, what qualities do those things represent? For example, you wanted to become a mermaid when you were younger. Well, what qualities or things did this represent for you? Was it the fact that you wanted to be around nature or water, or did you want to work with animals or the sea life? Whatever it is. And this can be with anything, but it's about becoming creative with it and really going back into your past and identifying what are these things that you really wanted to do when you were younger and that you still are interested in doing, or you still like the aspect of certain qualities or certain characteristics of the things that you were interested in when you were younger, no matter what age, and really start seeing, okay, well, yes, I still like those aspects. No, I don't like those aspects. And really start analyzing that, or even start thinking about what experiences you've had in the past, what jobs you've had in the past, what things you've done in the past that you have liked, and what things you didn't like about it. Maybe you were in a job and you liked certain aspects and you didn't like other aspects. So what were the things that you liked, and really start identifying those things so you can incorporate the things that you actually want to do. Also, work on your strengths. What were you good at when you were younger or in a job? What do people even ask you for advice about? If you're getting questions and you're giving advice about a topic, this is a very big signal that the universe is asking you to look at, because they might be giving you a sign that there's something there that you are good at and that is actually meant for you to do. Also, identify your personality. You want to have a job that you actually enjoy and that goes well with your personality. If it doesn't, then this can also affect how much you enjoy it or love it. Also, look at who motivates you, who inspires you, who is your role model. These people could be doing something that you're actually interested in doing. Think about your life now and if you're happy with it, or if you're happy with the job that you have now, or if you're happy about the direction you're going down. Figure out if the things that you're doing or the jobs that you have are draining you, or are they giving you energy? Are they motivating you, or are they demotivating you? I have a whole load of questions you can ask yourself in a blog all about purpose, and you can read the whole thing. I'm also mentioning things in this video, but I have a load of questions you can ask yourself to really dig in deep about this and see where you're at and where you're actually wanting to go. So check that out. The link will be below, because I'm not going to really go into all of the questions. We'll be here all day, and I don't think you want to be here all day. So let's move on, and you can check that out afterwards. Now, it's important to do the first tip before you do this tip, because it will really help you with identifying what you want and what you're interested in. Write down 20 interests. Anything that you have been interested in before, anything that you've had good experiences with and that you are curious about, any interest that you would consider that you see other people you are inspired by. Really figure out in the first tip all the things that you could possibly be interested in and write at least 20 down. Then cut that down to 5 key interests. And then you want to cut that down to at least 2 or 1 interest. Now, if you're really struggling coming up with 20, try and at least get 10. But it's important to do some exploring and some research to try and get as many as possible. If you're having struggle cutting them down, it's about really sitting with each one and identifying how you feel within your body when you're thinking about these things, or how, like I said in the previous tip, how they can go along with your personality, or do they go well with your lifestyle. Whatever it is, really start looking into cutting them down as best as you can until you just have 2. And that will mean that you will have 2 or 1 core interest that you can really start working and researching to identify further how and what you want to do in this area. Research is so important. You have no idea. So for me, I had a period where a direction I was going in wasn't really going as planned, and I had to figure out a redirection. I didn't know where I was heading or what I was going to do, and the one thing that I wanted to do wasn't going as planned at all. I sat down, and when I mean a few days, I mean a few days of just super focused on researching what I was interested in and what I could possibly do and what I'd be excited about instead of doing a job I hated. So I researched and researched for hours, and I had 2 core interests. I loved psychology and really working with people on healing, and I was very interested in energy healing. And I came across theater healing, which had both the psychology aspect and the energy healing aspect. I couldn't believe it. I was kind of in disbelief for a bit before I went into it. I didn't know what to expect, but I was always very curious, and I was able to explore more of that aspect of energy healing when I was in the theater healing courses, and I was able to integrate what I've actually learned from my psychology degree and put that together into something that actually really is able to benefit people and help heal people. And that's what I've wanted to do. And why I'm telling you this is because research is so important when it comes to really identifying what you want and what is possible. You need to be able to explore and research that and really start looking at, okay, these are my 2 core interests, or this is my core interest. What can I do with this? And really start exploring. Research until something comes along. That's what I did. I just researched and researched and researched until I had something that was a possibility that I could just dive in deep with. There is unlimited possibilities. There is so many different jobs out there now, so many different things you can do now. You can even create your own job if you want to be that creative about it, or you could invent something. Please, if you take anything out of this video, do not limit yourself. You have unlimited amount of potential and things you can do. Nothing is impossible. Please keep your mind open and be willing to explore and see what is possible. Also, when it comes to researching and exploring, go and actually do a course, do an activity, see what you actually enjoy, see what actually gives you energy, see what fires you up, and see what doesn't. Maybe you go for something and you're like, maybe that's not for me. Maybe there's two different types of courses, but they have similar aspects, but you enjoyed one more than the other. Maybe there's aspects in that one that you kind of enjoy more, and in this one, you don't enjoy that one as much. Let's make a plan. Let's make an outline of what you can actually do to create space for this new job, for this new career, for what you want to do. If you're in a job already, maybe it's about first just creating some time for your new interest, creating time for figuring out and really identifying what job you actually want. Even if that's 5 minutes a day, even if that's 1 minute, but actually creating time to figure that out. And everyone has 1 minute. So I said 1 minute, but everyone has 1 minute. And let's make it 5 realistically, but everyone has a few minutes out of their day, no matter how busy they are. You deserve happiness. So start acting as if you do, and start actually creating the time to actually see where you can actually create more happiness into your life. So it can go like this: figuring out who I am now, going deeper and figuring out what I want and what will make me happy, researching, seeing what interests I actually have, and within that, create time in your schedule for those things. And then it's like, okay, if I'm doing this as a side thing, how much do I need to make or be making on a regular basis to then go into this career full-fledged? Or how can I find people to help me to do this now? There's a lot of people, investors that would be interested in helping you out, or opportunities out there that can be helping you out to actually create the job and life that you want. There's a lot of possibilities out there about how you can go around about doing this. But it's about really making a plan and figuring out what your possibilities are. What is possible for you, and how are you going to get there? What steps do you need to take? And that is partly research, and that is partly planning and outlining, okay, I have to do this, 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 and this to get to here. Also, really identify how it's going to contribute to the world. Not just maybe how much money it's going to make, but how you want to actually contribute in this world. What is the reason why you want to do what you want to do? One of my biggest whys is because I want to help people. I want to help people who were in similar situations to me and that are struggling, and I want to help them heal and transform. Read more about the people that are inspiring you, the people that are motivating you. Read more about the things that actually inspire you and make you feel more creative and make you feel more passionate. Be around people that inspire and motivate you. Be around people who do the things that you want to do. The more time you are around the people who do the things you want to do, the more you have a chance of actually figuring out how to do that yourself. There is one other thing I want to note, and that is to actually focus more on what you actually want to do rather than what you think others want you to do or the things that you think you should do. Take that out of your mind when you're doing these exercises. Be willing to listen to your own intuition when it comes to what will make you happy and what job will fulfill you and bring you more joy. I have more about this in my blog that I told you about before, and that will again be linked down below. I talk about working through beliefs, I talk about working through fears, I talk about working through procrastination. There's a couple of other things that I include in that blog that I'm not going to mention in this video, but that is worth checking out, because if you're struggling with those aspects when it comes to this will really help you. So check it out, and without further ado, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it has helped a bit, and if it has, please comment below, and please like this video if you have enjoyed it. Share this with anyone who you think that might get use out of it, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I will see you next week. I am sending you lots of unconditional love and healing energy. Remember, you are not alone, and I love you lots. Mwah.